Why can't people like me have a voice? Why can't I say something for a change?
Well,
I mean, there were only like 2 days of riots here in Bloomington.
yeah.
Right?
I'm just...
Yeah, but like 2 days, so...
I mean...
Day after day after day, you've already gone past the amount of days that there actually were riots.
We have lots of riots in the U.S.
Yes, but in Bloomington Normal, there were two. I know because I reported from one.
I'm not talking about Bloomington, I'm talking about over the U.S.
Okay.
I watched the whole U.S.
You're changing your story, your narrative.
No, I'm not
I am
narrating.
not opposed to abortion. I
am against abortion. I didn't say that.
So what's your name? What are you here for?
What I'm against is what happened with the Supreme Court.
Yeah, you said that quite a few times.
Because I'm for the law. Because remember how people continuously said Trump is not above the law. Remember that?
I don't think anybody is above the law.
Yeah, no one should be. But remember when the left was saying no one's above the law?
And the right says there no one's above the law.
But how are we gonna justify? Why don't we say something? Hey, this wasn't okay.
Well, have you read the paper? Have you followed up? Chief Justice Roberts
I don't
said he will get to the
okay,
bottom
so
of it.
what? I
We'll
haven't
find
followed
out
up about that.
whoever
What I'm
did
more
it.
concerned about is our highest court had a document.
It'll be like 100 something.
Yes, you said that numerous times.
Could be as much as 200. And I wouldn't say anything to him whatsoever.
No, it was her paint. She apologized. We're Christians. We just feel like we should apologize to you.
Oh, it's okay, but
no,
that
it's
guy,
not okay to her.
That guy.
Because that's her grandpa. Can you look at her and tell her sorry too?
Tell her.
Because you were yelling.
It's okay. I know, and I feel bad.
No, you don't. Tell her.
But is it okay if someone slugs me across the face?
Is it okay to be disturbing the peace, the rally we're having?
But it's freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech.
You keep freedom of speech 2 blocks
It's
away.
right there. Freedom of speech.
Let's not argue semantics.
We're not arguing.
But we do apologize.
Why is he still out?
Because he has the freedom to be here. Just like you guys have the freedom to be here.
And I'm probably going to place a lawsuit on your grandpa. And I'm sorry.
What kind of person? Why?
You can't just assault people. You can't assault people.
He's an army vet. You're a fucking asshole.
Well, you can't just assault people because you want it. You can't just hit people.
Are you glad? Are you happy that you
No, because people fought for our rights to be here today.
Take it down an army veteran.
And that's we can't just assault people because they're army vet. That's like the Fort Hood shooter shooting people at Fort Hood and saying, well, he's an army vet. We can't just play that card.
So what's your name? Why are you here?
Confidential. I'm here today because...
You're here for free speech for confidential reasons? Free speech usually doesn't mean confidential.
I don't have to give you my name.
That's true, you don't.
So, freedom of speech?
Okay.
I'm here today because I disagree with a lot of what these people say. I am here today because I proved a point. I got assaulted having an opinion, right?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't say anything.
I mean, can we have an opinion and not get assaulted? Just like you know Andy No.
No.
You know that reporter in Portland that gets constantly assaulted for documenting Antifa?
No.
Well, it's wrong to assault. It's wrong to assault journalists, right? It's wrong to assault anybody. And I think I proved my point that, you know what, even though if I was disruptive, loud, didn't he have rallies where people went in and disrupted?
But I want to know why you're here. Like, what is the primary issue that you're here for?
Okay, I am against abortion.
Okay.
I'm against the leak that happened the biggest thing is the leak from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court justice.
Okay, why are you so upset about that?
Because it is our highest court that we hold value, and we hold confidence in it. If we see people leaking documents from the Supreme Court, how are we going to have confidence in our government that maybe something bigger is going to get leaked? Maybe military plans. Who knows? So
you don't believe in the validity of any like whistleblowers or anything? Anybody who's a whistleblower is
it's against
a criminal,
the law, right?
Okay, but slavery used to be the law.
No, we're not gonna...
No. You're making an appeal to authority to the law.
What about isms?
No. That's not the ism. Just because something is the law doesn't mean it's just.
It has nothing to do with slavery. No, it has to do with justice.
Okay,
and the law.
Exactly. Just because something is legal doesn't mean it's just.
What happened...
Correct.
The whistleblower, like, Edward Snowden. I agreed with him, but what he did was wrong. We have to have justice in this country. Maybe if we had independent panels, or maybe some neutral form of government where we wouldn't have left or right people. And that's how it should be, investigating this leak. Because honestly, how are we going to have justice in this country if it's always one-sided?
Now, how do you think justice is typically one-sided?
Justice is one-sided when, let's say, Trump, and I was against the January 6th riots. Let's say how Republicans are saying, oh, well, the January 6th was nothing. No, that was wrong too. That was wrong, equally as wrong. We can't just storm the Capitol. But we also can't have, I'm against what happened in January 6th, but I'm also against what's happening, riots that happen all throughout the country. Minneapolis, Kyle Rittenhouse case, Minneapolis, Austin. Sorry, I need to take a break. What I'm trying to say though is we need to be neutral, and we need to look at are we going to value justice?
But you're not here being neutral, right?
Well,
yeah. Well, he's also free to be here and be interviewed if he wants. So,
but
we're just having an interview, so it's just kind of you interrupted. Sorry, it's a little disrespectful.
I am going to say I'm being one-sided, but I think the point of the fact is me talking about justice. I'm not going to be always neutral on every issue.
So is justice just an appeal to authority?
No, we should not leak documents.
There's under no conditions, even if you had a document saying they're about to nuke something, don't leak anything whatsoever, even if the document is unjust.
Well,
the information that it has is unjust.
If the document is unjust, wouldn't it be uncovered anyways? Is there not something we can
do? It wouldn't. That's why a lot of whistleblowers exist, because it would never have become undocumented.
I can understand the need for whistleblowers, but I also have to understand the law. I also have to understand that we have to have justice.
So as long as something is against the law, you believe it's just that it's against the law?
No, it's not just.
Okay.
What I'm saying though is that for 4 years we and I'm saying I'm just using we as people said that Trump wasn't above the law. Remember that? Ukraine.
I mean, most rich people are above the law, so that's not really that surprising to me.
But when we say no one's above the law, but then we look at this and someone leaked a document. Well, we're just going to let it slide because they're on our side and it's for our cause. That should be wrong. We should look at it.
That's if people believe that leaking documents is wrong, and clearly not everybody believes that.
I know not every, but I think leaking documents is wrong, and I think in this case, because what I'm trying to say though is because these people have been saying for 4 years Trump is guilty of something,
okay,
right? That he's not above the law. What I'm saying though is what's the guarantee that one of these people is of the left? Of whoever leaked it, what if they're a Democrat or a leftist?
I mean, most of those people are Democrats, so they're definitely not leftists. I can tell you that much.
I mean, they're probably progressive. I mean, I just got assaulted for having an opinion. So, but that's what I believe in. I'm just here today. I'm more here today to point out the hypocrisy that these people will complain about no one's above the law for 4 years, but when someone leaks a document that was against the law,
and that all of these people here personally made those statements.
But
so maybe none of them made those statements.
Is someone going to say anything about it? Is someone going to say anything?
Well, that depends on, again, if you believe in the legitimacy of whistleblowers.
Yeah, but that's why I'm here today.
Yeah. Do you feel that you're a statist?
No.
Okay.
I'm just a man.
So you're mainly here because you oppose abortion, and you're really, really upset that someone leaked a document.
Well, I'm oppose abortion, and I'm against the leak. I'm against the leak. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
Nope. That's about it, sir.
Okay.
I mean, it was nice talking to you. And you know what? I mean, you were really nice to talk to.
You can check everything out on Agitation Rising.
What is it?
Agitation Rising.
Agitation Rising.
It's on Facebook. This is live stream. Okay. So.
You know what? You were really nice to talk to, and
it was during a time where we weren't interrupting anybody else, so that kind of makes sense.
And you know what I like about you is you're letting me have the freedom to speak.
I mean, yeah, you always
Yeah,
had the freedom to speak.
but
So,
this is an example of wrong.
look, I wasn't there. I didn't see what happened.
But this is wrong.
So, unless like I have more evidence to support
Yeah.
that, I can't say what exactly happened to you. All I know is that you have paint on yourself,
But
and that you're happy about it.
So, well, I'm happy because it proved a point that I guess you can, these people preach my body, my choice, but they're able to assault someone, put their hands on someone else's body. So is that not hypocrisy in itself?
So, are you saying that all of these people
No, I'm
here
not saying-
would condone that? Because this is like one individual person.
Well, when people say, get out of here, asshole, and this and that, don't you think that is encouraging the person who did it?
I think that's their free speech to say so.
That is their free speech, but don't you think,
So are you saying that some forms of free speech can actually lead towards violence?
Well, I mean, what was I doing that led to violence? What was I saying? A different opinion?
Okay, but it seems to be that you're implying that their free speech in response to you was somehow encouraged. That there's a causal line between that and you allegedly being attacked.
My free speech was the cause for them assaulting me.
Okay.
And
so you don't think their free speech led to violence?
Their free speech is their free speech.
But it didn't lead to violence. That's the question.
No, but did my so my free speech led to violence, but it was of a different opinion. How is this okay? We cannot just assault people for having different points of view. I don't care who or what anybody is, left or right. Like if I see some Antifa guy on the street that says, I think you're an asshole, just like that guy did. I think you're an asshole. Okay, well, I'm an asshole. But when someone's going to come up and slug me across the face, doesn't that cross the line?
Again, I wasn't there. So.
I know, but
I mean, I'll probably foil it all, and maybe someone will have it on body cam or something.
Theoretically speaking, if someone came up and smacked your phone out of your hand and punched you in the face, would that be wrong for you having freedom of speech?
I would be upset about it. I would need to know the context. Because I've given freedom of speech and people have assaulted me.
There shouldn't be context. It should be you can't hit someone because it's wrong.
But there is context because the freedom of speech is not exactly absolute. I mean, it's pretty close, but it's not quite absolute.
No, we can't just say, hey.
Wait.
No.
Is the right to freedom absolute or not?
You have freedom of speech, but shouldn't you also have freedom to not get assaulted for having that freedom of speech?
I never said you didn't have that.
So, then there we go. That's what I believe in. I believe that people should have the freedom of speech, but they also shouldn't get assaulted.
Okay.
So, I'm out of here. Is he leaving?